So can you tell me a little bit about the Happy Puzzle Company?
Yeah, but this year the Happy Puzzle Company is 26 years old. The company split into two main sides. We're a mail order side, and we sell puzzles to parents and grandparents across the UK, and we also run workshops and events in schools, which we call our Puzzle Challenge Days, with children from reception all the way up to A level.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and your role within the company?
Yeah, so my name's Josh. I'm the head of the events department here technically, but we are not a massive company base here, so I do a number of things from marketing to events, to web design to email design, and helping out design some games and test games and things like that occasionally.
Or do you think this is a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, we sell lots and lots of games for general knowledge. I mean, each year we get about 600 to 700 games that we have to test to put in our catalogue, and we only put about 40 to 50 in. We go through loads and loads of these, and there's a huge demand for general knowledge games out there, which is why we get hundreds of these every year.
Okay. What are the three main factors you look for when creating a board game or buying a board game?
So one of the things we look for is a game that will appeal to a large age range. So for example, your game appeals to 7 to 11-year-olds, whereas we might look for a game like that, but perhaps has a few sets of cards inside which can be used from 7 to adult.
Okay.
So you've got maybe a younger set of challenge cards and an older set of challenge cards, because obviously the less people it appeals to, the less you're going to sell, because the smaller the market. When we're designing games, something that's very low cost, okay, so even something as small as a spinner, which you said is in the middle, if that's made out of card, that will be one price. If that's then made out of plastic, that will hugely increase the cost of it, because it will be plastic moulded.
So, do you think there is a gap in the market for general knowledge games for this age group?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as I said, we get so many, and evidently there are games out there. One of the only downsides with current general knowledge is that as soon as something happens, the question becomes out of date.
Yeah.
So say, for example, a Home Secretary resigns, instantly that card is wrong.
Yeah.
The historical general knowledge there's always a market for.
Are there any specific elements I could include to improve the game, do you think?
To improve, I mean, there's obviously a question. I'm assuming they move around a board. Is it first to get all the way around the board by answering questions?
Yeah, it is. So the idea was that it would be a board, like round the board, but to move forward you answer the question and you spin the dial and you get the category, and someone else asks you the question. If you get it right, you move around the board, and also little tiles on the board for bonus questions.
Okay.
So if you land on the bonus question, then if it's a hard one, it would say like move 3 forward, or if it's not a hard
Okay,
one,
so
move
that's
1
good.
forward.
And then my only other thought would be general knowledge is not only necessary, but it can also be a fun game. So therefore, having different challenges in it for younger children, also teenagers, all the way up to adult. Even a game like Trivial Pursuit is suitable for adults, whereas they do Trivial Pursuit Junior.
Yeah.
We do general knowledge games for year 3, 4, 5 and 6. So actually including multiple sets of cards is just going to vary the age range that can be played with.
Yeah. So these are my main categories. We've got general knowledge, history, the globe and the arts. Do you think these are suitable, and would you change any to add some more?
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely suitable. I mean, it depends what area you're looking for this game to cover. For example, if you're looking at this to help with schoolwork, you could cover maths. I mean, at the moment, STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Education and Maths, is one of the main focuses in lots of state schools. So including bits on science, in perhaps for older students, or technology. is only going to be beneficial.
Okay. The bonus questions, they're basically questions where it's a tile and you land on the tile and you can move forward however many the bonus question is. It might be true or false, or it might be harder, and you can move forward. If it's hard, then 3 or 4. If it's not, then 1. Do you think these are a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. You can have true and false questions. Simple questions, so yes or no, or this or that.
Yeah.
We find it very popular.
Okay, thank you for that. How much do you think a game like this should cost and make it appealing to the
To
consumers?
cost to make or to sell?
To sell.
To sell for that sort of game, if we compare it to the sorts of games we sell and the sorts of games out there, you're looking anywhere between $12.99 and $14.99.
Is this something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, it's a very interesting concept, and as long as it was diverse enough to cover kind of a good age range, I like the fact that it's updated every year, because obviously at any moment something could happen in politics or in the world which could change an answer, so that needs to be updated. You've also got another option. Instead of updating a board which can be quite expensive, you can just update cards every year. So instead of asking customers to pay $14.99 every year, you could just sell a pack of cards for $4.99.
Okay.
And all of a sudden that becomes a lot more appealing because it's much lower cost.
Okay, cool. So that's it. Thank you.
Not a problem, thank you.